Is Assassin's Creed Shadows worth your time and money? After 5 years of development, hype, and a storm of mixed opinions, it's finally here. But does it bring back the true Assassin's Creed experience, or is it just another overpriced RPG with the wrong protagonists? If you're on the fence about picking this up or skipping it, you're in the right place. First, let's talk about the good stuff, because there is some here. For starters, AC Shadows is a huge step up from Valhalla in terms of performance and technical polish. The game runs smoother, with far fewer bugs, and it's obvious that Ubisoft has learned from past mistakes. The world is stunning. It's got this breathtaking Japanese vibe that, if you've played Ghost of Tsushima, you know what I'm talking about. The attention to detail in the environment is top-notch. But that's not all. The stealth mechanics are also a massive improvement. Unlike Valhalla, where enemies had almost superhuman vision, the stealth mechanics are way more balanced here. Still, you'll need to stay sharp and think strategically as you sneak around, since enemies are more alert in certain areas, and the environment itself can pose new challenges. And I'm glad they didn't half-ass the stealth system like in Valhalla. It's actually pretty fun to pull off those classic stealth kills, and the new crouch mechanics add a nice layer of depth. But let's move on to the character dynamics. AC Shadows introduces 2 playable characters, Naoe, the fast and nimble shinobi, and Yasuke, the brute samurai. You'd think the whole swap between guy and girl thing would be just another gimmick, but it's not. These characters feel genuinely different, and I love that they committed to 2 unique playstyles. Naoe is all about speed, parkour, and stealth, while Yasuke is a tank, slow, powerful, and built for destruction. Naoe feels like a true assassin, ignoring she's a female of course, zipping through the world, using her grappling hook, and climbing up everything. Yasuke, on the other hand, is a walking wrecking ball. He can take hits, bash through doors, and absolutely demolish enemies. But don't expect to do much in terms of stealth with him. Honestly, you can have fun with both of them, but it's clear that Naoe is the one that embodies the spirit of Assassin's Creed more, while Yasuke feels like a forced protagonist, for no obvious reasons. Alright, here's where things start to feel, well, not that interesting. The game has a massive world, but unfortunately it's packed with repetitive quests. Go to this location, kill this guy, rinse and repeat. If you've played an Assassin's Creed game before, you've seen this 1,000 times. Sure, the world looks gorgeous, but when the tasks themselves feel like a grind, it's hard to stay invested. The side activities don't have much to offer either. They're a nice distraction at first, but after a while they just feel like busy work. The core gameplay is fun, but it starts to drag when every new objective feels like it's just a copy of the last one. And let's not even get started on the narrative. The story is lackluster at best. The dialogue is often cringeworthy, with characters who sound stiff and awkward. The leads, Naoe and Yasuke, don't exactly have the depth to carry the story. Sure, there are a few cool story beats scattered here and there, but you can't expect more from a female assassin and a black samurai in an Assassin's Creed game. Well done, Ubisoft, you're delivering exactly what we want. I get that Ubisoft tried to bring more narrative weight to the game, but most of it just falls flat. The voice acting, hit or miss. Some of the supporting cast members do a good job, but the main characters are hard to care about. Yasuke's story is a bit more interesting, but Naoe's feels like it's been done 100 times before. By the end, you're just trying to finish the story to see if anything remotely exciting happened. Now, let's talk about progression. The game has a skill tree that lets you unlock new abilities and upgrades for your character. Sounds cool, right? Well, the system feels a little grindy. You'll earn points by exploring the world, completing challenges, or doing mini-games. But here's the kicker. The best skills are locked behind knowledge ranks, which require you to earn extra points through, you guessed it, more boring tasks. It's not that the progression system is bad, it's just that it feels unnecessarily padded. Exploring temples, finding hidden scrolls, and engaging in meditative mini-games might sound relaxing, but after a while it just feels like a chore. You're spending more time looking for these collectibles than actually engaging in the action, which makes the whole progression process feel less rewarding. Combat in this game is okay. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but it has nothing new. It's got heavy and light attacks, dodges, and parries, which I believe were all there in Assassin's Creed 2 16 years ago. The combat is reminiscent of Valhalla and Odyssey, but it's more streamlined here. That said, the swordplay feels satisfying, especially when you land a perfect parry or take down an enemy with a well-timed special ability. The gore is another standout. Heads fly off, blood splatters on the walls, and the attacks feel impactful. But while combat is fun in short bursts, it can start to feel repetitive after a while. You find yourself just going through the motions in large battles, not really invested in the outcome. Let's talk about the world for a second. It's stunning, no doubt about it. If you've ever wanted to explore a virtual Japan, this game delivers. The environments are gorgeous, from the bustling villages to the serene temples hidden in the mountains. There's a real sense of scale, and the world feels alive, until you realize that a lot of it is just empty space. Don't get me wrong, it's a gorgeous empty space, but it's still empty. Long stretches of mountains and forests with nothing to do except admire the view. But hey, when the game switches seasons, it's a visual feast. From snow-covered mountains to blooming cherry blossoms in the spring, the world changes, which helps keep things fresh. So, where does that leave us? Is this game worth your time and money? If you're a fan of the franchise and enjoy the world of Assassin's Creed, you might find a lot to love here, even though this game is far from its legacy. The world is beautiful, the stealth is solid, and the two distinct playstyles are a fun twist. But if you're looking for something more than just another Assassin's Creed game, you might find yourself disappointed. The repetitive missions, the bland story, the grindy progression, and the worst choice of protagonists hold this game back from being a truly great experience, which most of us saw it coming. If you're in the mood for a huge empty open world, lots of repetitive combat, and playing as characters that don't belong, AC Shadows can scratch that itch. So if you need a real experience, you might want to look elsewhere. I personally wouldn't play this joke even if it was 1 cent, let alone $70, because games like this are leading the industry to a wrong direction. I can't explain all about that here, but if you want to know what I'm talking about, this video on the screen will enlighten you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you there.